Hello, love. Back home again in Eden. Why should you go solar? Why is it that everyone in Eden already has solar? You couldn't do more in your entire lifetime than getting those panels on your roof. You save, well, the last person's system I just got installed, she saved 244 acres of trees, driving a car 400,000 miles, and CO2 from carbon emissions of 250 tons of coal. You can't do that in your lifetime, right? You can't just go around saving that much, except for when you go solar. And all you have to do is own your home, have about a 650 credit score, and have sun on your roof. Have a pretty good roof that has more, that's only got like 10 years of use out of it. But you know what? If your roof is terrible, we can even get you a re-roof wrapped into your solar that you would pay for over many years. So it would nothing, none of this comes out of pocket, okay? You don't have to be poor and you don't have to be rich. It just is a bill swap. So you're getting solar instead of, they didn't charge you for the electric poles when they put them up. Same with this solar. It's like, is this too good to be true? No, it's just, they're making their money off the interest over years of you having an electric bill. But if you want to just own it, you can even own it without putting money out. And if you want to own it outright, you can put the cash out. Either way, I'll help you do it. Okay, and I know you're going like, oh, that's a woman. What does she know? Yeah, I know. I don't know how to like install a system and run a whole company. It's true. There are great men who have spent their lifetimes doing that, and now us women are getting into the game and we're doing it a little bit differently. But the truth is, my new company is called Solar, and we are a group of consultants who have freedom to move between the companies. So whoever's doing the best job at getting people the best rates, we've got the freedom as consultants to get you hooked up with that group, with that great company. And the lowest rates, because they go from about $399 up to $599, and I want to get you the $399 interest rate if you're going over the long term. All right, so contact me here. I will get these panels. The company that I've found that I'm teamed up with, I'm not allowed to tell you on these videos because then I would be advertising for them. But they just got a system up in 11 days. One of my systems they got up in 2 weeks. And I'm used to other companies taking 2 to 3 months, so I'm really, really thrilled. And I want you to get on it, okay? Because the biggest excuse I hear people say is they keep saying, I'm busy. I'll get to it. I've got other things more important. But really, sweetheart, there's nothing more important than our planet. There's nothing more important than the future generations of your children and our families being able to have weather that we can depend on for our crops. So you address climate change for the rest of your life by making this choice. And really it's only about, well, I think a total of 3 appointments, because I'll come and give you your savings report, and then a group of these wonderful experts will come out and they'll do a site survey to make sure we have all the right information for your specific house, okay? Then when we have all that and we've got a really good plan that saves you money, I'm not going to do this with you unless we save you money. We bring down your rate, okay? And we give you rate protection for the rest of your life. Okay, so then the last thing is I come and you give permissions by signing with the documents online. You give the permission for them to give you the money in the form of a loan. You give them permission to bring the equipment, install the equipment, do everything to give you your panels. You give them permission to get the permits from the police chief and the town officials and the fire department and everybody to make sure everybody's on board. and you give permission for them to give you the incentive money, the tax returns from your income tax, and also the SMART program, which will give you money coming in quarterly every 3 months. That's if you go with ownership. If you want to go a simpler route, we can just, the company will own it for you. Either way, they're going to warranty it the whole life of the panels on your roof, well, at least for 20 years. And you know, they're going to give you a new inverter along the way, which gives the panels new roof, new life. Okay, so you're getting the picture. Like, that's 3 appointments, and the install takes about maybe 4 to 8 hours, depending on if you have a metal roof or a shingle roof. Okay, if you need a re-roof, we'll do it too. You get it? Like, you know, people say this is inconvenient. And that's the thing about Al Gore. When he made that movie about climate change, he called it the inconvenient truth. So it is inconvenient. It is going to take you about 3 appointments and about 4 hours of, or 8 hours of them installing. But you don't actually have to be there for those appointments. So how inconvenient is that really for you to change the entire story of your ancestral relationship with the use of energy on the planet, forward and backwards? How much of an inconvenience is it worth to you? Come on. So I'm here for you. Solar is my new company, and it's a group of consultants that are free to move between the companies. Okay, you can contact me at sunlovesolar@gmail.com. All right. And if you're looking for a new career, I just trained 4 people, and all of them got jobs at a different solar company than mine because they didn't have the stamina to be independent. Because when you're independent, you only are paid when you actually get those panels onto people's roofs. They wanted to have a regular paycheck, so I'm just really happy I trained them all, and all of them are at a great solar company now. But listen, I'm not going to do that again. That wasted a ton of my time from my company. So I'm only interested in training people who want to give my company about 3 years. It's not like you'd be legally tied in, because that's not legal to legally tie anybody into that. But that would be the commitment you'd be making for me to help you have a career that is helping the planet and is free. Because for me, like as an artist and a singer and a dancer, I need to be able to move my energy where it flows, be with the people that I connect with to get them solar. So if you're that kind of person, that you need incredible independence, you're really social, you're an extrovert, you really care about the planet, you want to make a lot of money when you want to work, and you're not worried about it when you don't want to work, because this job that I offer is, well, you really only earn your income when you get the panels onto the roof. So if you get to do a lot of that, you have a really huge income over time. But the thing is, I'm doing my company differently. This is how us women are thinking when we do business. I want to actually take the company money, and instead of putting it into advertisements and overhead and offices and all those kind of things, like the salaries, the benefits that people do get from other companies when you are every day on the clock, I want to give you total freedom. So if you're a mom and you need to have to put your kids first, but you're really social, you're good at meeting people, or if you're an artist and you want to flow, or a person who needs nature, and you also want to work hard and strong when you're ready, then you're really an independent person like me. And I'd rather take all that money that they give you for running companies in solar and give it to you. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, so it's more of a collective where we are sharing the roles, and instead of having a hierarchy of a lot of people above us in the company, it's just us. It's just us working with all our hearts to transfigure this conversation about the earth. 12 years, that's not very long. It's not very long to change the whole story of the energy usage of the planet. But you know, the amazing news is we're ready. We have the equipment, we have the technology, we have the solar panels, and they're really reliable. I mean, my favorite ones right now are actually American made. That's the company that I am really happy about getting you your solar from. But wherever they're coming from, they're lasting long enough. You know, 35 years is long enough for something to sit on your roof independently, passively give you all that you need for your lights and even your electric car and your hot tub and your and your heat and your mini splits and your air conditioning passively. This thing, it just sits on your roof, and it's generating energy from the sun. Just, it's so clean, it's so inviting, like, and you know, okay, they're not the prettiest things in the world, but they are protecting your roof where they sit. So even if you're going like, well, Eve, I'm gonna wait till they come out with better ones and this and that. Well, why? First of all, if you're waiting, you're not part of the revolution. You're thinking I, me first. Again, you do not have to have the very best deal right now to wait. They're good enough. Think about the space station up there. It went up in the 70s. It's run on those old clunky solar panels, and it's just doing just fine. Okay, that's how strong solar is, even the older stuff. So, you know, people are like, well, they're gonna have shingles and they're gonna have ones that move. Yeah, they already do. But the ones that move, I just met a farmer whose panels, the water and the ones that move froze and the sub-zero weather up here, and froze his whole panels in the wrong direction. 6 months, he couldn't get any solar out of them. So they're trying to fix it still. See, the fancier, the more gadgets, they just make them more expensive. And for heaven's sakes, keep with simplicity. Remember, like Volvos, how the metal they're made out of, you know, like record players and tape players. We realize now how much better than they are than these ridiculous CDs that scratch the moment you take them out of the case and are broken, and your tape lasted 20 years. That's the way the solar is too. The simple stuff is the best stuff. The older stuff is great. It's fine. Have I talked you into this? I hope so, darling. I hope so. Let's do this. All right. sunlovesolar@gmail.com. And if you want to join my brigade of solar evolutionaries, we're calling it the graceful solar evolution. That's what we're in. And it really is. It's an evolution that's happening no matter what. So you might as well be proud of yourself and be like, wow, when it was really just beginning, I had the foresight and I jumped in. Because you know what? It's actually getting more expensive over time. It's not actually like the whole idea, oh, it's going to be cheaper later. It may be. Hopefully it'll get so cheap that everybody can just, like, you know, make their own like pancakes, like the hippies who started this whole movement did. But right now you actually don't have to spend any money at all. Isn't that good enough? Okay, just do it. Okay, thank you, love. Thank you for joining the evolution. All right.